Welcome back to Mind Matters Teen Talks on Mental Health. Today we'll be talking about burnout. I'm Zainab
I'm Jacob.
and we're diving into a topic that many teens struggle with but often don't talk about it enough. So, from juggling school, jobs, and other responsibilities to dealing with separation from friends and the lack of energy and motivation, burnout can affect all of us and in our everyday lives. So, let's just explore what burnout is, like how it manifests, and what we can do about it and to help recover. So, we're going to be breaking it down and offering some practical advice. So, let's talk about some common signs of burnout that some teens might experience. So, Jacob, have you ever experienced burnout from maybe work, school, and how did you ever feel? What were some symptoms?
Oh, school, definitely. So, getting burnt out, it's just really almost stressful because it takes a toll on everything that you do. So, it's just, I'm not sure how to explain it, but
No, I know how
it
you
does
feel.
take a toll on about everything you do. It makes you feel almost, in a sense, lazier
Yes,
to a certain
exactly.
extent.
Hmm.
But yeah, school was the main one that I was burnt out on for a while.
Yeah, and the thing with school is, sometimes it's just like more work keeps coming at you, and sometimes you just need a break from it. And then it just becomes a cycle of more work is being added on, and then you're trying to work at that, and then you just end up getting more burnt. And I feel like that's where summer break usually comes in as well, because it's the time to recover from that.
Detox.
Yeah, detox, and then go back into it the next school year again. But I think it's important in school, like it's okay to just maybe lesson on some things. Like you don't need to be taking the most classes or the hardest ones. Sometimes it's okay to just take it one step at a time, especially in high school. I know some people might think that, oh, I have to go above and beyond. I have to do all the maximum things. But no, sometimes it's okay to prioritize. No, it's important to prioritize your mental health first and self-care. You don't want to be overexerting yourself. So I think that's important. Can you share a personal experience or a story of someone you know that experienced burnout due to school pressures?
School pressures.
Or anything else. Like it could be work, it could be family responsibilities.
I had a friend, Josh. He got burnt out. I'm not. It's a little serious, but he got burnt out and he got in trouble. It was my freshman year. He was a junior, and we were friends. He got burnt out so bad that he started falling back, and him and his dad ended up having problems and family issues that went on with it.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope he is doing better now. And I think that's also important. Like burnout causes it creates problems in connections with other people, because then when people feel burned out, it makes them less motivated to reach out to friends, start ghosting people, just feel uncommunicative. And again, even with burnout, some kids, we start to feel tired and we just need to take a break. But sometimes I think it's important that adults also understand that children or young teens need breaks as well. So adults and other people in higher positions shouldn't keep forcing it onto
Yes.
them, because break is super important, and rest as well. So next, we can talk about how burnout is a state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion, and it's caused by a prolonged state of work and overwork and stress. And it's important to recognize that burnout isn't just oh, I'm tired. It's a serious condition that can impact your overall well-being and ability to function, because there's a difference. Yes, after one day of, say, you're on a track team, you're running miles, you're tired. Obviously you're gonna come home, you're gonna feel tired. That's one day of feeling tired. But burnout is you've been working at something for such a long time, taking on, burdening yourself with so much stress that it causes, again, burnout. So it's like happens over time and builds up. And I think it's important that you recognize it earlier on. So in the earlier stages, if you feel like, oh, this is getting too much for me, don't keep going at it. It's just
Step
take a
back
break.
and
Yes,
take a breath.
exactly. Take a breath, step back, and just recognize that it's okay. You don't need to be juggling so many things at once. And I personally, I've dealt with that like issue. Like I feel like I always like take on too much when it's like family. Like I have to take care of my brothers, and I also want to be taking on like a lot of other classes and other things, and like a job. I feel like it was always like such an important thing for me to do everything. But at the end of the day, it's just important that I'm taking care of myself. I'm maintaining those bonds with family, friends, and just being happy in everyday life. So we talked about a little bit of school pressure and how it affects family. And then we kind of started going into how, like, the first step is, again, addressing it. So sometimes in burnout, you might have difficult sleeping, you might be like more irritated. I personally, sometimes if I'm not catching up on like rest and other things, I start to become like more irritated. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
Have you
more
ever felt
annoyed
that?
at
Yeah,
everything.
more annoyed. Like first thing, like in the like say I haven't gotten like enough sleep or I'm not eating, I'll like it's the tiny things that usually just like kind of
Tick
get
you off.
yeah, ticking me off during those phases. But and again, when it comes to addressing it, just ask yourself, is it too much? And if the answer is yes, take one thing away, like one at a time, something that's not as important as you think, just like remove it out of your life. And then when time goes on and then maybe you think you can handle it, then add it on. And do you have anything else that you want to share about like addressing the problems? And
If you're ever burnt out, I would say to talk to someone about it and ask them what they would do in that situation, and truthfully what they would do. And I would say take their advice if it seems good.
Exactly. So after the step of addressing it, you go into seeking help. So talk to a loved one, talk to a trusted adult, and from there, like Jacob said, ask them what their advice is and how they could help you move on into like into a stage where you're starting to heal. And that also, in talking about healing, that's where we go into self-care. So when you're burnt out, it's important to practice self-care, like for example, read a book, go out for a walk, listen to some music. Jacob, are there any ways that you like to like maybe self-care or get back into things?
I like to go to the park. That's the main one with my dog.
Oh, you have a dog, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's my girlfriend's dog. It's
oh,
our dog.
okay. But yeah, I don't have any pets, so I can't take comfort into like a furry animal. But maybe one day my mom will let me have a cat, but not today. But yeah, again, if you have any animals, it's important to seek comfort in them. Anything else that brings you joy, go out and do that. And you said you like going to the park. And like walking your girlfriend's dog.
Yeah.
And do you like any sports?
I love basketball. I don't play it though.
Okay, basketball. Yeah, don't worry. We all love basketball. My brother likes to play in the backyard sometimes, just bounce the ball and yeah. But it's important. Go out, do things that you love. Take a walk, read a book, listen to some music. I love just getting like a pint of ice cream and just like laying in bed, just like eating it, and like maybe watching like a comfort show or listening to some music. That's just how I always cool down, and it works for me. And Jacob, he likes going out, so everything, like each person has their own way of just calming down and bouncing back. And another advice I would say is, like we just said, physical activity does help a lot, and it can like scientifically, like even doctors always say go out, get some sunshine. Like that movement does help your mood, and it just like boosts your energy mind, because sometimes people are just scrolling endlessly on like phones and social media, and like that kind of like takes a toll on your brain too sometimes, because you're just being fed endless like
Brain rot.
Brain rot. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. It's just like it just keeps coming to you. I think it's important. Just go outside, take a walk, and like recover. And in addition to that, diets. Like, don't consume so much junk food. Well, I have a big sweet tooth, so I do eat sweets. I do eat important healthy, like I do eat sugar and stuff, right? But there's a certain level. Like, you need to be having your main meals. Guys, eat breakfast, dinner, have your main meals, in that way you're able to function throughout like every day, and like it helps you just keep your energy levels up. And I would say stay away from caffeine, teens. Excessive levels is not good. It can like lead to energy crashes, and withdrawing from caffeine will like help. I think as teens we shouldn't be drinking that. That's more for adults, so teens, stay away from it. And then next, when it comes to self-care, meditation or relaxation, I've, for one, never been into meditating. I don't try it, but I heard, Jacob, have you ever meditated? Is that something?
No,
No, neither have I.
I don't know if I can get into it.
Yeah, same. But maybe I heard from some people like meditating, just like closing your eyes, like a couple videos off YouTube might help. Like just that moment of like
Yeah.
peace. I feel like sometimes in chaos it can help. Like just taking a breath and stepping back. I think it's something we should all try. And then again, set realistic goals. Don't start aiming for something that's so
Don't
far.
shoot for the stars.
Yeah, don't.
Well, I mean, that's bad.
No,
Aim for the stars, but really,
yeah, no, I know what. So what Jacob means by that is aim for the stars, set high goals, but what we mean
Goals
by
to
that
get
is, yeah, exactly, small steps to get to your big goals. You're right. There's
Don't
a
take a
right way.
big jump.
Exactly. Instead of those big jumps like Jacob is talking about, it's dangerous because taking on so much and reaching for something so big, it can like lead to stress, burning yourself out. So again, set lighter steps and goals for yourself, and then as you tick off the tiny boxes, you'll end up reaching the big star. So that's what we meant by that.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay, Jacob. Like we know what you were saying.
Yeah.
Don't worry. So yeah, breaking your tasks into smaller pieces, and then again, celebrate your achievements too, even if it's something as small as like anything. Like maybe you did better on a paper, or on a test you scored higher than last time. It's important to like recognize those achievements and be proud of yourself, because recognizing that, it just makes you feel better, and it like encourages you to do better the next time again.
Yeah, any little thing.
Exactly.
Like, if you bring an F up to a D, that's still progress. You should be
Exactly.
proud of yourself and keep aiming towards your goals.
Exactly. Motivation. Just in the morning, affirmations. I'm proud of myself. I'm doing great at this point of my life. I'm doing good. And even if you think you're not, don't stress, don't worry. You're going to get to your goals, and you're going to get there at one point. There's no need to belittle yourself, because you're doing great, and that's all that matters. You're healthy. Your mental health is priority. And then besides from like achievements and other things, it's important to reach out. It's important to reach out to a trusted adult, like a parent, teacher, school counselor, for support, and they can help you navigate from your responsibilities and find ways to help reduce your stress. And I think that's all we've covered today, in terms of burnout, recovering from it, recognizing it, and personal experiences. And Jacob, is there anything else you want to share today?
Communication is key. Always communicate with anyone about anything. Hear advice from other people.
Exactly. Right. And some programs we have coming up in our mental health programs is the mental health dance this Friday. Everything is free, teens only, and it will be after hours. The library will be closed. It starts at 6 and it ends at 9, and there will be free snacks, free anything to eat. And we do have a DJ, so make sure to show up. It'll be fun, and we hope to see you there. And then in addition to that, we have teen mental health workshops every Saturday at 3 p.m. starting May 25th to June 29th. And then additionally, we're having teen mental health first aid training sessions. And session 2 is from June 4th to June 6th. And session 3, June 18th to June 20th. And if you need more information, we have flyers at Lodi Public Library. You can just go to the front desk and they'll give you all the flyers you need. And thank you so much.